Okay, so welcome, my friends. So for today's practice, we are going to do a few standing poses, a little bit of moving, with that whole idea of extending, moving your spine in a healthy way. You're going to do whatever feels appropriate for you, and you're going to honor your body and honor your practice. And this is the keys. That's it. Honor your body, honor your practice, and it is what it is. And so here I have 2 blocks and a blanket, and then I threw out a bolster too, and that might make an appearance. I also pulled out one of my purple chairs, just to, some of you emailed me, and it's like, what, is it okay just to, you can use any folding chair. Here's the difference, is that it's nice and open here, so that we actually can get into the chair a little easier without the back. So, and I love doing yoga with a chair. It's such a different experience, and it takes you into different planes of extension. So I hope you are planning to join me for Wednesday night chair yoga, and that will start September 3rd. And the other, I have 2 more housekeeping things. The other one is that we won't have class next Tuesday, because I'm going to go to Winnipeg to see my folks, and I thought I could do it, but I think, morning's probably the best time for me to go visit them. So I won't have class next Tuesday. I'll put that in the email. And the other thing is that I've been sending you guys reminder emails before every class, so that's going to stop, because now we have more classes, and I don't want to jam up your inboxes. So, but I know who's here, and I know you're committed, and I know that you will be here without a reminder email. And so with that, my friends, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Lift yourself nice and tall. Inhale. And as you exhale, bow your chin as you bow to all that you are and all that you bring and all that you are going to offer yourself in this next hour. Take a few moments to feel and check in. To notice the quality of your breath at this moment. To notice any tension in the shoulders, the jaw, the third eye. Allow yourself to soften into your seat. And just feel how your body drops. Let's let it go. That means, you're slouching or whatever it is. Let it go. Just feel. Once you feel like you kind of reached the peak of this descent, now slowly anchor your sit bones down, push into whatever you're sitting on, and slowly lengthen yourself tall. Feel how much space. And then settle into your seat between that complete descent and that complete ascent. Find the midpoint. This place where you feel supported on your bones, but yet you can rest in. And, I remember at the beginning of my yoga journey how there was not a lot of comfort sitting here. And so if that's your experience today, then embrace it, acknowledge it. It's progress on the path. Good. And inhale nice and full, lift your chin, maybe lift your heart. Hold the breath and exhale. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Just do that on your own. Take a nice full inhale. Notice what lifts, what opens, what fills. Pause. Be with that. And as you exhale, notice what releases. Perhaps the shoulders, the jaw. And then just breathing normally. And we'll open class together, separate yet together, and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Om. Bow your chin, pause in your stillness. Release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, beauties, so we're gonna stay seated, and if you wanna stretch your legs out or change the position of your seat, do that. And let's just start with seated cat-cow. So I'm gonna cut my feet in a little bit here, and you can also take a blanket and, prop up so you're comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, take the belly back, tuck the chin. I also should say I'm sitting on a cushion. You might not be able to see it. And then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, take the heart forward, take the shoulders back, lift your chin. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, take it back. Good. I'm just feeling into your own mobility, movement here. Feel that the shoulders, shoulder blades are your wings. And as you come back or come forward, the shoulder blades come together. And as you come back, they open apart. Notice your head moving. Your breath. The belly is working here. I'm drawing in, pressing back, and then lifting up through the belly, and I'm still drawing it in as I come forward. Good. Okay, I'm gonna do one more like this. And then you're gonna just settle into the midpoint as you get nice and tall here. I'm gonna bring my hands together at my heart and change the cross of my legs. Again, whatever works. Good. Okay, take your hands down. Let's take some circles. So we'll start by drawing back and then shift over to one side, come forward and over. Like a little washing machine. It's circulating, moving. Let your head move. Your jaw is soft. Just feel whatever mobility you have here. If you're happier with your hands on the floor for stability, do that. I love to listen to the cracking and the creaking. All of that. Good. Okay. Whatever you've got, however you're moving is beautiful. And then reverse and just revolve in the opposite direction. Yes. Just feel like you're rinsing your insides a little bit, moving your spine around. Good. Okay, and let's do 2 more full rotations. Okay, we're going to end pressing back. I'm going to hold on to the knees, and then I'm going to push my knees and my hands against each other. Open your mouth, let your head drop. And then as you inhale, rise up, take your shoulders up to your ears with you. Roll them back and down, and this time walk your hands back on your thighs, come forward to as far as you comfortably can. Then roll up through the midpoint of your back, your chin draws in, take it back, and then up and over. So it's a little bit longer, bigger than maybe what you did before. Put your hands anywhere you need to. Feel your breath and honor your flow. Whatever it is. Pardon me. The next time we come back, I'm going to reverse this. So I'll take it all the way back, and then I'm going to kind of keep my head down as I bring myself forward. I'll lift the chin to lift up. And I also use my hands in the thighs. So you feel like you're almost falling to the floor or however far you get. Then rising up. Feel your belly engaged. Your breath, your shoulders. Okay, let's do one more. And then we're gonna come up, sit up tall, bring your hands together, change the cross of your legs. Whenever you get here, take your time. Pause. And let's put the right hand down, reach the left arm up. Just be here for a moment. Feel how you inhale, you can reach that left arm up high, and then you can drop it down. And just do this a few times. So you're just reaching up to the sky and dropping. Feel how your rib cage is moving. Good. Let's do one more, exactly that. Reach up and bring it down, and then we'll all just meet in the reach up. Reach up as high as you can, draw your belly in, and then start to crescent over and go slow. Press that left hip, left thigh down a little bit if you can. Open yourself. Good. Okay, notice if you're facing down to the floor and your heart is coming back. See if you can lift your heart, even if it means you have to come out of this a little bit. Yes, take one more breath. Good, and then come out. Just let the hands rest for a moment. I love to feel how potent that is. If you need to change the cross of your legs or stretch your legs out, do that. Good. Okay, second side. So left hand down, reach the right arm up. Good, and then just reach as you inhale, as high as you can, and bring it down like you're reaching up for possibility and strength and length, new experiences. Yes, we explore what's possible. See, hey. Good, I'm gonna do one more. And then we'll just meet in the reach. Just feel so long. And then crescent over from there. Just go slow. Yeah, anchoring the right hip down. Open. Notice if your chest is caving in, your chin is tucking. Find a way to open the chest. So back out if you need. Breathe. I'm even going to take my chin back a little bit. Double chin. Good. And then inhale and come up. Release your hands. Breathe. Yes. Okay, we're going to take twist. So I'll bring the hands together. Change the cross of my legs. Tuck the feet in. Tuck your blanket in. Whatever you need to do. And then reach up tall with the crown of your head. Breathe out. Okay, through the crown of your head. Nice and tall. The belly comes in. Exhale here. Take the left hand all the way over. Walk the right hand behind you. And just turn yourself. Turn your head as far as you can. Turn your eyes as far as you can. Notice if that left shoulder is hiking up and see if you can drop it down. Good. Okay, keep your hands where they are. Let's just do this little flossing thing. So inhale. Now as you exhale, you just turn and face the front, but the hands stay as they are. You might turn your head all the way to the left. And then inhale and exhale, turn back. And you could even go slower than that. So the hands are staying as they are as best as you can. And just turning front to back. Okay, do one more like this, and then just turn to face the back. Hang out there. Okay, now the left hand is going to anchor into the right knee, and I'm going to release the right hand, reach it up. So you hold on. If you need to lift your knee, do that. And then anchor the knee, get nice and tall, and then slowly start to exhale over to the left. And now I'm going to push the knee down, so this left shoulder is getting a stretch. Open, you can look up, maybe you need to look down. Breathe. I know this can be really intense. Smile. It's for the greater good. Good. I'm going to take this right hand to the back of my head, lay the head in there. One more breath, and then release. And come out, pause, and just feel. You can close your eyes. Good, just feel how good that is. Hopefully. For me, delicious. Good. Okay. And then second side. So we're going to start the same way. Put your hands down. Lift yourself tall. You anchor the sit bones, lift up through the crown of your head. You might even take the shoulders back. Be with your breath. The belly's in. And then take the right hand all the way over, left hand behind, and turn. You can turn your head, your eyes, and just take a few breaths in the twist. And then we'll just take it to the floss. So as you're ready, inhale, then exhale, hands stay where they are. You just turn, maybe you turn your head all the way to the right, and then bring it on back. And we're just moving the head, the chest is moving, but it's not such a big movement. It's all good, just rinsing and flossing. I'm gonna say like flossing is like yoga for the gums. I love flossing. Okay, and then take it all the way back, open yourself, drop the right shoulder. You can even move the left shoulder back so the shoulder blade comes more to the back. And take one more breath. And then you're gonna anchor right hand on that knee. Whatever you need to do, lift it up, that's fine. Reach this left arm up. Get tall here. And then I anchor the knee down, start to crescent over. And open your hand, your breath, your smile, even if this is very challenging. I'm going to take the right shoulder down. And now I'll take this left hand behind my head. And I can use that to kind of open. I'll push the head into the hand. I'm going to take the left shoulder down. Good. Oh, and release. And we'll sit. And if you want to stretch your legs out, just take a moment. However, whatever you want to do with your legs is fine. Just drop into this opening in the chest. And join your palms together. Bow your chin as you did at the beginning, just honoring this gift of breath, movement, and your presence. Your courage, right? Your courage. Release your hands. Good. Okay, let's take, we'll move into a downward facing dog. And we're gonna also be on the knees at some point. So you can put a blanket in place or a bolster. And I'm gonna put 2 blocks at the front of my mat just so that they're there if we need them. And then we'll just come into a DFD. And if you need child's pose today, that's, always honor that. It's good work. So, I was thinking about your shoulders, guys, Okay, well, let's do downward dog and we'll come back. Okay, so in downward dog, once you're here, you do that same action we did, when you extend your arms up and you feel the shoulders move up, and then you extend the crown of the head between the hands and the shoulders move down. If that's comfortable for you, then just floss that a couple times, moving front to back. And then we'll do the same with the legs, so just lifting and lowering the heels. And if that's with your knees bent, that's, that gives you more access actually to maybe lift your tailbone up and down. I'm really exaggerating it if you take a little peek. Just lift that tailbone up to the sky. And then let's just pedal the legs. So one at a time, you'll bend one knee, press the opposite heel down. Feel your heels of your hands are anchored. Turn your inner elbows as if they can go up to the sky. That's gonna, they might not get anywhere near there, but that's gonna turn the shoulders. Good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna move front to back from here, a little bit of plank and downward dog. And if you wanna be on your hands and knees and move front to back, that's fine. And if you wanna rest in your child's pose, that's fine too. Good. We'll do one more. Okay, and then I'm going to take the knees to the floor. Yeah, rest back into your child's pose. Good. If you're, I'm from here, I'm going to bring the palms together. And then with the elbows on the floor, I'm just going to lift the hands up and over to the back of my neck. Almost like a reverse prayer. And in this way, we're opening the sides of the waist, the ribs. Feel your breath. Really expand your breath through your back. And notice whatever else is talking to you, tops of your feet, your knees, all these things, your hips, all fine. It's all good. Take one more breath. And then release your hands back to the floor. Place them down. And let's come up to hands and knees. And we'll just take cat-cow from here. Just lubricating the spine. So you can be on your hands or on your forearms. I'm really going to spread my fingers. And then just moving through your cat-cow as you do. Just feel, you can move your spine, arch it up and arch it down. And let your head be an extension of your spine. And be aware of your tailbone at the end. Your shoulders, your breath. And then we'll take it into a circular cat-cow. So we'll drop the belly, shift over to one side, roll up and over. And as I get into this dance, it's always a bit of front to back for me. Do whatever feels right, just feel. You're moving your shoulders, your weight bearing a little bit. You're rolling hips, shoulders, and then reverse and take the same in the opposite direction. Yes. Then we'll settle back into child's pose, or if you want to rest sitting or in downward dog, that's fine. But in this child's pose, I'm going to take my arms back. So the backs of the hands are on the floor. I sit up a little bit and tuck into more of a cat, belly in, make myself a little smaller if that's possible. And then if you can comfortably grab the soles of your feet, then how good is that? Just hold your feet, offer your energy, let the shoulders drop, jaw drop. Take one more breath. And then release yourself and we'll come to sit for a moment. Good. Okay, I'm going to come back to downward facing dog. So however you want to do it, I'll show you a half dog, right? You can do a half dog or a half dog or a full dog. Good. Let's bring the big toes to touch. We're just going to lift one leg, lift the leg up in the air. I'm not even going to say which one. Move that ankle around a few times. Good. And then set it down and do the same with the other leg. Lift it up, open. Move your foot around a few times. Good. And then set that leg down. And then from here, I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet. So just take your time. And drop in here. I have my knees bent, shifting my weight back into the heels. Drop your head. Feel your breath. Good. Okay, we're going to come up halfway. So I'm going to sit down on my legs a little more, bring the forearms to the thighs. The palms can come together. Just kind of press your thighs back with your upper arms. Yeah, you can extend through the crown of your head, your spine. I'm going to take my little wings up. Shoulders are up. Shoulder blades together, setting the weight back more into the heels. I know it looks like I'm touching the wall, but I'm not. Good. Now we're going to sit down more in the legs. You can come up to standing here, roll up if you like, or put your hands on your thighs, come all the way up. Drop your arms. Breathe. Dizziness, normal. Say it every time. Good. Okay. So we're going to walk to the front of the mat, and I know you have a blanket here. It's all fine. Just step on it. We're going to walk with reverence, yoga style. So I take my hands together at my heart. I'm going to lift the left leg, balance on the right, and then extend the leg. Woo. Bend into your right knee, put the left heel down, both feet flat. Then bend into your left knee, lift the right leg up, swing it through, balance. Yes, bend more into your left knee, right heel down. Maybe you have one more. You just do this really slow. Feel everything that happens when we walk. We just do it quickly. And then once you get to the top of your mat, I'm going to grab your blocks and just put them on either side of your mat. And my feet are a little bit behind. If you don't have blocks, you're fine. Okay, from here, I'm going to inhale and reach up. Look up. Breathe as we did. Let the arms extend up to the sky and back down. Good. Start to press your thighs back. Feel the weight move into your heels, like you almost are sticking your butt out. And then lift your belly from there and see if you can feel your tailbone drop. Okay, my toes have lifted up. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, open your arms, bend your knees, take your hands to your blocks or to the floor. Inhale, lift your head and your heart, look forward. You can have your knees bent or straight. Exhale and fold down, Uttanasana, your forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Open the backs of your legs. You can lift your toes. Send the weight more into the heels. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to step the right foot to the back. And you might just get a little bit and then kind of wiggle it. Okay, and then we'll bend into the left knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, straighten your legs as best as you can. And we'll just do that a few times, just inhaling, press that right heel back, and exhale, straighten your legs, and just move a little bit here. Good. Okay, we're gonna fold down over this left leg. So we'll straighten the legs. They don't have to go perfectly straight. You might have them both bent. And as you exhale, just drop yourself down over this leg. And you might not have to go that far to feel something. You might want to put your hands on the floor or walk your blocks back. Support this in some way. Breathe. Okay, that same little thing I did in child's pose. I'm going to lift the belly, draw it in, tuck more into your cat pose, and maybe you can rest your forehead on your knee or your shin. Breathe. Take one more breath, smile, and then we'll bend into that knee again, maybe hands on the blocks. Okay, I'm going to drop the right knee down without touching the floor. Just drop it down and then press through the heel and extend it. And just do that a few times, like, I'm moving really slow. Just feeling good. And then this time we're going to let it come down. And I'm going to actually take my hands off the blocks to let that happen. Just for fun, and then come and press back. And then here, you might bring your blocks back a little bit if you need them. Okay, so just be here for a moment. Feel, lift up. Good. Okay, let's keep the right hand on the hip, and we'll reach, or on your, and then reach the left arm up. Now we're going to crescent over to the right, and you could take your hand to the block and walk that block out more to the right. And you can also be on the floor. And then lean into that, extend the left arm over, and I'm going to take this left knee and drop it out to the left. Nice. And then we'll come up, you can bring the block back, and we're just going to go opposite sides. So right hand to your left hand to your hip, reach the right arm up, lengthen, reach, and then crescent over, and you can put your hand on the block. You might step that block out more to the left, and crescent over. This time the knee moves over to the right. Good. And release. Okay, I'm going to take both blocks over to the right side. Yeah, now I'm just going to lift the knee up, turn both feet. I'm coming to a wide legged. So I've turned both feet. Yeah, so you can be on your blocks and then drop down, or if you don't need blocks, just hop off them, drop down here and wide legged. And breathe, release. See if you can move the weight into the heels a little more. Hey, shh, quiet. Okay, you guys stay there and breathe, and I'm just gonna put the dogs up. Come on. Good. Okay, thank you. And then, okay, we're gonna come back onto your blocks or lift your head and your heart. Let's take the right hand right underneath the face, so you can bring a block or just put your hand on the floor. Reach the left arm up. And then exhale and just switch. And you might use blocks or be on the floor and just do a few of these. It's a great opening for the inseam of the leg, your little wings, and your spine. Loves it. Good. Okay. Do an equal number. Good. Now we're going to just turn to do lunge, perhaps the other way. So I'm going to take my blocks over to the right foot, turn the right foot to point straight, and pop the left heel up. And here we are in this lunge. So this is how we started. So I really am going to push back through that heel. I anchor the right foot. Look at your right foot. Make sure it's not turning in. And then just start to move yourself front to back here. So you bend the knee as you press the left heel back. And you straighten and bow. Move your blocks wherever you need. Good. It's the extension of your legs, the extension of your spine. Good. Okay, we're going to prepare to fold over the front leg. So we're going to straighten both legs. If you need to hop in, make it manageable. And then inhale, lengthen. So I extend the crown of the head, tail back, and then exhale and fold. And again, move the blocks where you need them to support you, or put your hands on the floor. Breathe, smile. Now, if you're using blocks, you really anchor your hands down into the blocks. That's going to take something off the legs. Or you can do the same with the floor. Push into the floor. And maybe you tuck your belly, tuck your chin. You even bend your knee a little bit to touch the chin to the forehead. I said chin to forehead. I meant knee to forehead. Good. Okay, come back. And we're just going to bend and straighten that leg. So I'm just going to bend it down without touching. Just feel and then extend it. Maybe you look straight ahead, you smile, you give glory for good movement. Yes. And then here I'm going to let the knee come down. I'm actually going to lift my hands up just to give myself a little bit of extra here. Good. Okay. And then we'll breathe here. We're going to move into that side bend. Good. Okay, so you come up into this proposal pose. You might walk your blocks back. So squeeze your thighs towards each other, belly in. And we'll start with the right hand on the right, this one. Left hand, left hip, reach the right arm up. Yeah, and then crescent over. And you can put your left hand on the block. Maybe you walk it out. And then I'm going to drop this right knee out to the right. Breathe. Good. Come back. Bring the block back. Right hand to your hip. Left arm lifts. And then crescent over. Put your left hand on the block, or right hand to the block, and walk out more to the right. And this time the knee crosses inside. Just a little bit. Good. And then come out. Take both blocks to the front. Lift up to your wide-legged. And drop down again. So, you can even put your forearms on the block. You might like that. You just drop in. Let your head go. Your jaw go. And then anchor from your hips to the outside of your feet. So you feel the baby toe edge really grounding down. See if you can lift your toes up. Breathe. Hey, shh. Good. Okay, come back. Oh, see. Okay. All right, from here we're going to take that same action, but I'm going to actually widen my blocks out. Oh, hey. Shh. And then I'm going to actually move the right hand to the left and lift the arm up. Hey. So we take like more of a, and then you reach up. And then we're just going to move side to side again. You might start to bend one knee, the knee you're reaching the hand towards. And just feel. And then you might even go deeper by taking that hand to the ankle. And just moving over. Just move slow. And we'll just do one more on each side. And then once you're done, put your hands down. Move the blocks out of the way. Walk yourself around to the front of your mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Or your child's pose, all fine. Okay, we're going to come all the way onto the belly. So I'm going to leave my blanket here. Hopefully it'll hit good. Just shift yourself into your plank. Breathe. And then lower yourself all the way down. And so if the blanket is tops of your thighs and maybe even just starting at the hip bone down, and that's a pretty good place. Let your head come down and just rest in your stillness. Feel the work you've done, the effort you've made. And breathe. Good. And let yourself sink. Okay. I'm just going to wiggle myself back a little bit. And so we're going to do twist from here. So I'll take the hands off the mat onto the floor, do this little tarantula spider. So you're on the pads of your fingers. And then just rock a little bit side to side so you can get your thighs to come together. Good. Okay, then I'm going to take my arms out just a little bit above halfway, palms down. And you can turn your head to one side or rest your chin. You can lift your head if you like. And from here, we'll bend the right knee. We're just going to take this twist. So we'll lift. So you push the left foot into the floor, lift the right thigh, and just twist over to the left. And then your head can look at your right hand. Come back. And then just do the opposite side. So you bend the left leg, anchor the right foot, lift up, twist over. You can look at your left hand. And we'll just do that a few times. Just moving nice and slow. No, your foot doesn't have to touch the floor on the other side. You can just reach. And now as we do this, I'm going to be turning my head in opposition. So I'm going to take the right foot and reach to the left, and we'll look at the left hand. So wherever your foot is going, you try and look at that hand on that side, or your foot. Good. Okay, we'll just do one more on each side. Good. And then you drop into your rest here. So hands, drop your forehead, breathe. Okay. Sweet. Take one more full breath. Okay, stay here. Just open your legs wide out to the side. They don't have to go super wide, but a little bit more open. If that blanket's a hindrance, take it out. I'm going to tuck the toes under and push the heels back. So I feel like the legs kind of press back. And then set them down, tops of the feet to the floor. And let's come into Sphinx from here. So forearms to the floor, palms flat. Move your shoulders back. Anchor down into your elbows. Lift your chest, shoulders back. Maybe you can take your chin in. And you're gonna feel that somewhere. Breathe. Yeah, I'm also drawing my belly in a little bit. Chin in, belly in. And pressing the forearms down and forward. Good. Okay, take this into cat. Draw your belly in. Drop your head. Move the shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen through your feet. So I'm pushing the tops of the feet down and as if I can push the floor away and make my legs longer. And then exhale. Drop your belly, lift your chin. Good. Okay, from here I'm going to bend the right leg. And I'm just going to move this right foot into the left and out. And I'm still in Sphinx. I'm just moving this leg. Okay, let's do one more. And then extend the leg. Now bend the left leg and do the same thing. Drop the foot to the inside of the right and out. And smile. Don't forget to lift your chest and to breathe. Good. And then we'll extend the leg. I'm going to tuck both toes under. Just extend through the heel. Lower yourself down. Take your arms out to about 30 degrees. Palms down. Okay, so I'm just going to look at the floor with my eyes closed. My face is not on the floor. Then draw your belly in. Put the tops of the feet down. And press your toenails into the floor as much as you can. Anchor your finger pads into the floor as much as you can. And feel yourself kind of lift up a little bit from there. Maybe through the chest, chin in. And then take your hands and lift them up off the floor. Maybe you lift your legs. Breathe here. Okay, I'm going to bend the right leg. Take the left hand, see if you can touch your right foot. And then release it, both leg and arm out. Bend the left leg, right hand, see if you can grab your foot. Just do that a few times. Whether you touch the foot or not, breathe. Be strong, courageous. Invite in transformational energy. And then release. Lower yourself down. Rest however you like. Good. Okay, before we take child's pose to release the back, let's do a little crocodile. So you interlace your fingers and you pop them over behind your head. Press the head into the hands. Lift the elbows up. Draw your belly in, extend your legs. And now lift your elbows, your head, maybe your chest, I don't know. Push in, maybe the legs that want to lift. Spread your toes. Breathe, take the shoulders away from the ears. And release, rest in your stillness. Feel your heartbeat, your vitality. It's not over yet. Crone years doesn't mean it's over, it means a new beginning. With wisdom, with life experience, with joy, with gratitude, with understanding. Okay, we do that again, second side. And all that means is opposite interlace of the fingers. So find your way, opposite interlace, hands behind the head. Lift your elbows, press the head back. Maybe you lift your legs. Breathe. Take the shoulders away from your ears if you can. Breathe. And release. Rest. Hey, it is yoga. Shh. Breathe. Okay, so we're going to take a child's pose to release. Press yourself up to your hands and your knees. And if you have a little blanket there, I'm going to put that blanket, so I just walk myself up. I'm just going to roll it quickly here, nothing fancy, and just put it right into your low belly here. Your knees can be wide, they can be closer together. Then I lift up. I'm going to extend myself over, so I really get a nice opening into the low back. Come down. You might not go all the way down. You might be on your forearms. Okay, we're here for about 5 breaths. So that gives you time to kind of feel that bit of pressure into your guts and to send the breath into your back, softening through your forehead and allowing yourself to be so heavy so you really get this pressure. You know, Thai massage is all about that. It's about putting pressure into certain areas so that when we release, we get fresh flow. And drop yourself down as heavy as you can. You know, even feeling, your breath massaging your inner organs, pushes into the blanket. And then we'll come up, take the blanket out, and just come back into your regular child's pose. So you can put the blanket up. You can open your knees super wide if you like, and then just drop down. This time, let the belly just go. Feel your breath and your flow. Melt yourself down. Release all your tension here. Okay. And we're going to take it to twisted child's pose. So I'm actually going to press myself up to sitting to start. And I'm going to bring my knees closer together. If you need props, put it in. And then, so my knees are closer together. I'm going to come back down, and now I'm going to walk both hands over to the right. As I walk to the right, I'm going to draw my belly in into this cat pose and lean back, and then keep going. Then once you get to your place, move your hips over to the left and drop down. And if you can go deeper here, I'm going to take the left hand, I'm going to grab hold of my right heel, and I lean myself. I use the right hand to press my head back, heart back. And if you're here and you're like, oh, what's next? Well, the next thing is to walk the right hand over. You don't have to be like this. You could have both hands on the floor and just breathe it. There's always new places to explore. One more breath. And then release. Oh, it's so nice. I'm just going to turn myself around. Good. Okay, take a moment. And then you can come back on your hands, and now you walk them over to the left. And once you get to your place, you draw the belly in, extend your hands out more, and move your hips over to the right. And you might stay here. If you can go deeper, the right hand grabs the left heel, and then I use the left hand, just push myself back, and maybe even walk the hand above my head. No awards. Be where you need to be. Good. Okay, and then we're going to come out. Good. Okay, I'm going to come to sit. So I'm going to sit cross-legged. So I have my hands like this. And come up onto my knees. Widen the knees apart. Cross the ankles. And maybe you put your prop there to sit on. And then drop back. Yeah, good. Okay, let's bring the soles of the feet together and feel free to prop up. Okay, I'm just going to sit nice and tall here. Feel, if your knees are like this, make it nice for yourself. All fine. That's okay too. Breathe. Okay, I'm just going to reach the arms out to about 30 degrees. And I have my hands nice and open. Now I'm going to turn my palms up to the sky. Feel how the shoulders move. And then take them back, lift yourself. Maybe you turn your head up. And this is the pleasure pose of the mermaid on the rock, right? She's like, pour it into me. Give me joy. I'm ready. I'm ready for all that joy, all that pleasure. And knowing that hard times are also filled with joy and pleasure. Inhale. And as you exhale, we take forward fold. Just bring the hands down, walk yourself forward. You can open your hands apart if you like. If you want to move a little bit side to side here, wiggle your way in. It's all beautiful. It's all movement. It's all movement that we don't really do unless we are on the yoga mat. And so honor your place and your space. And really let yourself go here, your jaw, your head, any tension. If you're carrying a lot of tension, then even here you can move your chin side to side with these little neck movements. Oh, okay. Outside, you guys stay there and breathe. Okay. Okay, and then gently bring yourself upright. That didn't work. And then give your feet a little rub, and we're going to come onto your back. So this will be our moving into Shavasana. So you can put something for your head. Put this down, and if you have an eye pillow, bolster, bring that in. I feel I'm going to make a little pie sign for my Shavasana, so I'll just show it to you here. So I'll have the blocks leg distance apart so I can actually rest each calf on there. And sometimes it falls, but that's okay. If it falls, sometimes it feels kind of nice too. So just find your way, a blanket to cover. And as always, my friends, you know, if there's anything you need as you're coming down, offer it to yourself. Good. All right, as I lie down on my blanket, I'm going to take my hands either side of the blanket, and I'm just going to roll it under until I get to my head. And I'm going to lift my head, and it kind of makes a nice little support right under the back of the head. Okay. So as you settle into your rest, I'm just going to lead you through a little bit of breath work. If your back feels tight, you want to hug your knees into your chest for a few moments and then re-extend your legs. Do that. Offer yourself, you know, this opportunity for release. And just hug them in and out and re-extend. And just feeling the flow of your breath in your comfortable position. Just feeling the rising and falling of your breath. Let every inhale as it fills you, just let it fill you a little deeper. You might even participate from the inside, just opening the breath. And let every exhale invite you to drop deeper. So let the head go, the back of the heart, the shoulders. If you're just riding the waves of the ocean, let your jaw be relaxed. Just notice where your breath is, originating in the body, where you feel it begin to fill and where you feel the last place the breath leaves as you exhale. I'm going to start to now invite that breath to fill your chest, your heart space. You feel it in the front, in the back, and the sides of your ribs. And use that same kind of idea of expansion and release. Let's feel the body moving with the breath. You feel maybe the shoulders move apart and come back in. And then just let this breath work in the chest go. And start to just breathe normally. Whatever that is for you right now at this time. Let your jaw drop, release, and feel that release descend all the way down to the back of the heart. And your tailbone, your pelvic floor, your right hip, your left hip, the right side of your waist, the left side of your waist, the center of your heart, the back of your heart, your right shoulder, your left shoulder, your jaw, your eyes, your third eye, and the back of your head. your right leg, your left leg, your right arm, your left arm, your right foot, your left foot, your right hand, your left hand. And staying as you are and just scanning your body. Just being aware of the floor beneath you and the temperature of the air above you. Feel your breath within you, spacious and free. And then choosing to stay in your rest for as long as you like. We're starting to lovingly, consciously make your way back to seated, just savoring all the movements and just resting in the fetal position whenever you get here for a couple breaths. Pressing yourself up to seated as you're ready. Take your time. You just pausing. And you come upright just to feel everything you've done. And sitting tall, the seat of the yogi. Joining your palms together in front of your heart. And as you exhale, bow your chin with reverence, with devotion, with this great understanding of the door of possibility, of the courage needed to embrace radical transformation, resurrection. I think about that card, resurrection, and resurrecting, things that make you truly happy and joyful, and things that maybe you've kind of let go of along the way. And to reignite your own fire. As you're ready, lengthening, lifting your chin, inhale. And exhale as you are. Join with me in our May We Be Blessed mantra. We'll seal that with one Om. Close this practice. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. May we be happy. Inhale for Om. Bow your chin, Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Bow to yourself, bless yourself, lift your chin. Take a big breath, breathe into your hands, catch your breath, and open your eyes. Namaste, my friends. Great love and joy and honoring for your practice. Thank you. Thank you for being here and playing yoga with me. Great love. Happy Tuesday. And see you soon. Yes, okay. Figure 8, you guys. Embrace the cycles.